Okay, hello my people. Today I want to be doing for you some English talking practice. And it's the Project English Mastery. And we are a bit sick still, but it just affects our voice a little bit. And we're gonna be practicing the pronunciation of hard words. And we're just gonna go and start by saying that being sick sucks. You can do everything you want to do so well. Oh, I forgot the timer. We're gonna do this for an hour. Being sick sucks. You can't do everything you want to do so well. But it can be a new opportunity to look at your life and think where you're going to head next. I don't usually follow the view counts on my videos because I feel that they affect my content. And I usually get this feedback from social media because I feel that it affects what I post. And I don't want that. I want to be kind of, self-directed, not directed by some, people on the other side of the screen. And I was looking at some view counts and I was thinking that are these really, what kind of defines people nowadays? It's the shortness of attention span. And it's like kind of understandable when you think about these devices, but I say that it's pretty bad. Okay. It can be a new opportunity to look at your life and think what you're going to hit next. Can you see the obstacle as an opportunity or the adversity as an opportunity? Adversity. That sounds pretty cool. Let's write a little story about it. Adverse City was a city of only hardship and strife. There was no winning in Adverse City. Everything that happened was an adversity. There was one man, though, in the adverse city that thought that this is not the life that I want to live. Because he knew that there were cities that were the complete opposite of adverse city. It's one of the reasons I keep practicing this stuff, because I kind of see it in the real life when I have to use the language, reels, to talk to people. It flows, you know. There were dream cities and cities of huge possibility where really talented people lived. And the man wanted to go there. But the problem was that he was stuck in the city he lived in. he didn't make much income, and he had tried to use the internet to make income, to connect the people in other places on the planet with money. But that hadn't worked out so good, because he didn't have a business mindset, never had. If you keep pursuing one thing long enough time, you will start to see some results in it. And the problem with the human mind is that the human mind cannot really understand numbers very well. Some minds can. But for example, when you are a YouTuber and you just look at the numbers, you don't see the real people that watch your videos, but when they come to you, you realize that it's more more meaningful than you might think. Yeah, it's pretty evident that this sickness is not going to yeah, it's gonna disappear at some point, but you know, it's gonna take some days. It's a pretty shitty thing that, well, it's good that it like struck me now, because the temperatures are kind of dropping and I can no longer use my better cameras to film videos either way, you know, in the outside world. So that's that. But we're gonna start we're gonna start designing. We're gonna start designing our YouTube channel over here a bit deeper. Well, the last time we talked about this. Well, magnification class. We were talking about how to make the truth detective kind of as a whole more matching to the character. Yeah. Now that I have all kinds of funny clothes, you know, I could do this. I could do this. This also, of course, all of this costs like money, so it's not, maybe it's such a good idea that way. I was talking about the day table, yeah, and I was talking about an intro that I have. I'm gonna say this to you, that I can visualize this intro video, but I have no idea how I would accomplish it. One new thing I'm also kind of interested about is getting into musicianship in a way where I could get some rhythms for my singing stuff. I'm thinking about drum machines, but those could be too finicky. Yeah. Yeah, we have thought about that. I still haven't realized those plans. Yeah, I was talking about here, you know, I was talking about the lights. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna write over here. I got myself an RGB LED light designed for taking video. And it's great, but it can't be attached to the camera at the same time as the microphone is attached to the camera. The light illuminates me in the videos very nicely, and I feel that it was a small upgrade for my videos. Okay, then we'll talk about cameras. Lighting, filming, yeah. Yeah, well, I said that you should have external microphones. Yeah, I also got myself the Canon Mark III camera, and it has been great for vlogging. There's some things you could hope for the camera to be better. For example, the autofocus in the camera. But still, it's a great camera for what I do. Okay, so I made an upgrade. I made 2 upgrades over there. Then I talked about the green screen. The problem over here is that if I get this like a green screen, you know, like it limits me those videos to the, well, I could okay, I have an idea. If I got myself a green screen, I could start doing these videos where I would give short speeches between the clips that are shot in nature. Kind of these, like these short speeches between those, you know. I think that's a pretty great idea. I think that's a pretty great idea. Yeah. Okay. I should really film in new places, you know, and yeah. This light that I got, you know, it was really a great benefit also for my. This light that I got was also a great purchase for my photography art. I have been using it a lot in that and have been gaining some new ground. Okay, so that was a great purchase. It was something like 75 euros or something. Yeah. Then let's talk about editing. As you see, I could say this over here. I have content that has been edited and cutted a lot. Oh man, we have some fucking smiles over here, hey man. Man. Hey, that's pretty cool actually. That can help, you know, I have content that has been edited and cut a lot. Then I also have content that has not been edited at all. For example, these videos. You can kind of see what goes in the background. You can kind of see what goes in the background in the making of the YouTube channel. And I think it's interesting, at least for me, to do these kind of videos. It's crucial for the development of the content. And usually you don't show it, but I feel that I'm a open source YouTuber. So I tell you how it's done. Because I also want to kind of give you an idea of how you could do something like this yourself. Okay, the video editing that I do is kind of you could say that if you get a video of something really grand, it doesn't really need any editing to be kind of great, you know. You don't need to do any editing if you just get a video of something really grand, you know. But the problem, of course, is this, that there's really a few things happening in my town. And I can't film those things outside. Because there's nothing interesting here. Yeah, some tourists live here. I mean, come here. But overall, it's very nothing happening type of place to live in. So I have to make the show myself. And that's of course pretty hard. It's a pretty hard thing to make a show. It would be kind of interesting to know that when people kind of do these show type of things, are they usually happening in places where nothing happens either way, or are they happening in places that are kind of, you know, packed with all kinds of stuff? I don't know. I just feel that most people don't have any imagination in this fucking modern age, you know. No, there's no any imagination. Like, it has been, you know, robbed from people. Mostly because of these fucking technologies and all kinds of drugs and all kinds of, you know, fucking shit like that, you know. There's no imagination left anymore. You can find it if you really look for it. Okay. Now I'm just complaining. But what I mean by this is that if you get something really grand and you film it, people are going to be interesting. I have also thought about filming other people's lives more. But how would I accomplish this? It would be kind of interesting. It would be kind of interesting to have this out-of-the-box guy filming some people's work days or some people's days in general on my YouTube channel. Like this guy behind the camera that kind of gives this, you know, this funny thoughts, you know, like a child, you know. Yeah, like a child. Yeah, that's a great idea. Like a child visiting some adult's workplace, for example. Yeah, imagine that. You could do that. I would have to find people that are comfortable in front of the camera to do that. It could expand the horizons and the search terms in my videos, because I feel that I should be expanding my search terms. I also don't have a great grasp in general about how people find things on the internet. I also don't have that great of a grasp of how people find things on the internet. What I mean by this is that I don't really understand. Like, I kind of understand that I kind of understand some things, but some other YouTuber I remember had this one speech where he told that that he became so popular and successful because he did a lot of linking, you know, on the internet. And I wondered about that comment, like, what did you actually do? Like, did you get on forums? Like, did you post your stuff, you know? Like, what did you do? Like, did you just like scourge the internet for the right people, or the people that could be interested? Like, what did you actually do? And that requires a page that you can post on. For example, linking to stuff of your own, you would have to use pages that you can post on. I'm kind of leaving this. This is kind of a marketing type of deal, and I'm thinking that I should I should really have a marketing person on the internet, and maybe also on the real world, you know. But at least on the internet, you know. Let's right. I would want to find a marketing person that would do marketing for me on the internet about the Truth Detective channel and my art. there are so many like probably like art forum things that you could post on. There's so much, you know, stuff. There's so many that kind of stuff. But think about this: if you have to do linking, they have to be pages that you can post on. If you can post on a page, there's going to be competition. There's going to be a competition. If you think, for example, about Patreon, do you know about Patreon? You know, Patreon. I'm thinking that, for example, Patreon, it's really an interesting, you know, it's really an interesting idea, but I'm not really maybe into that so much. Okay, let's talk about Patreon. Let's talk about Patreon. It's a platform where you can pay for the content creators for specialized content that they don't show anywhere else. Yeah, and it kind of, and the platform kind of changes around the feeling in the numbers. Do you get what I mean? Because if you get 100 people to subscribe you on Patreon, that's a lot. But on YouTube, that's almost nothing. If you visualize 100 people in a room, it's a pretty big room you have to have. You get it? You get it. I have also kind of realized that there's huge amounts of places that I haven't actually filmed in, you know. If I could still fucking ride my bike, you know, it would be so much easier to like. But then again, it's kind of interesting to think about this, that people want change, but they also want the same kind of like the sameness in the videos, so they can kind of, you know, get into the habit of watching them. It shouldn't change too much too soon. It should be changing, you know, incrementally. Okay, that's one of the videos I have. Okay. Okay. Marketing person, let's talk about that. But I feel that if I'm going to do this on my own, I'm going to leave it to the stage where I can do nothing else. What I mean by this is that I feel that it's complete waste of my fucking hands and my voice and my body to like use it in a way that I just try to get my stuff across to people. I have done some old-fashioned marketing. Just this month. I started printing out these black and white things that tell about my art portfolio page. And pitch it as a digital art exhibition. and I kind of feel that it has yeah. Because that's the kind of, you know, the creative work I do. So, and I have been taking those to like people's post-its, you know, boxes, you know, like physically, you know, it's pretty old-fashioned and kind of not so effective maybe or powerful, but you know, it's something. It's something, you know, you're trying. I don't know, that's old-fashioned, but it doesn't, you know, if the stuff is on the internet, you should probably also do some internet. Okay, let's talk about that. I also did some email marketing, but getting people's but for that you should get huge lists of email addresses and really make it mass posting type of stuff. Thousands of. You mean Apple could help me? I've been actually asking around this, like, where do you get email address lists, you know? That could be kind of the next level, but then again, who in the current age follows their email? But then again, who in the current age follows their email? Car. Yeah, you could do a truth detective car, you know? You could do a truth detective car. And that could drive around. And market the stuff. But is that really effective? I've seen those, you know, like that has been, you know, done. That's not so original. All kinds of things printed on cars, you know, to like market stuff. You kind of like, for example, I have seen these cars, you know, there are some companies, you know, that they have the prints of the company on the car, but you know, you still can't kind of, you kind of know the name, but you cannot even grasp what they do. How do you make it clear what you do? How do you make it clear what you do? Marketing. And for example, like Facebook, you know, when you post on it, you know, there's so many posts, you know, people just scroll it, you know, like mindlessly, you know, like this. You think they're gonna like pick up on your stuff? Like, no, that's not. Like there, I feel that the mind quality, you know, that the platform kind of endorses, you know, for you is so fucking bad. That it's a really, it's. I have said this before that Facebook is actually fucking dangerous, you know. Like, you get to know all the wrong people through the platform. Like, it's shit. It's shit. Yeah, I think it's shit. It's just my thinking behind it, you know. Read a fucking book. then again, you when you think about like this that post your art on Instagram, but then you kind of realize that most people that use the fucking platform use it on a smartphone. You think I can show my art for you on a fucking smartphone screen? Like, yeah, no. Like, no. It's not a good idea. These are ready-made solutions, and I don't think they're that cool, you know, good. Okay, I have a gripe with Facebook. I have a gripe with Zuckerberg. You know, I think the guy's fucking douche. Like, if you read the guy's biography, you kind of realize that holy shit, this guy's not actually that, you know, like, he's not that good of a person, you know. It shows in his platforms that he's not such a good of a person, you know. Okay, this is kind of your Facebook scrolling thing, you know. Like, imagine like looking at YouTube videos of your own like internet usage, you know. Oh, that's a great idea. It's a great fucking idea. Where's the child? Like a child. Yeah. There's a video idea also over here. Imagine looking at videos of your own internet use. That's one of the reasons I do these kind of videos. They kind of also highlight like what does the guy do on the computer? If you are kind of interested that this guy kind of does everything kind of left-handed, you know. So what does he do on the computer? Well, you know, probably different stuff than you. So imagine looking at videos of your own internet use. Okay. I wouldn't mind if I was kind of just a bystander in some of these things, you know. I could, for example, get to know in general on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. I feel that I could, for example, do things with musicians. It talks about seasons. What do you mean? Well, yeah, seasons of course change the content a lot. Now it's starting to, the sun is starting to shine over there. I wonder if I should go outside for a minute. I'm not gonna film anything today because like more normal stuff, because I'm still pretty sick, and I have to do this. I have to kind of this is always so beneficial for my future content. I have noticed that when I do these videos, my English is also better than in my videos, because maybe there's too much things to kind of focus on. My English is kind of hesitant in some of the videos. It's good, but it's not still so amazing. It's kind of, it sounds like a guy that really tries, you know, but it's not perfect. I feel that I could do, for example, do these things and just film there. Practice. And that kind of stuff. Get more people to know these guys. And through that get more people to know me. I have a couple of these ideas, you know, going around. I have posed to some people that I could do this maybe with you. This collaboration, but I would kind of limit it to, well, I don't know, I would limit it to like one video probably. And yeah, now that I have that camera that I got, you know, it's kind of, yeah. get more people to know me? Well, this is pretty... let's go through this. Imagine looking at videos of your own internet use. Kind of turning the camera around to your own life. Most people probably don't like to see that very much. They are looking for something interesting, but that process in itself is not very interesting. Like, imagine that. Maybe most lives are not that interesting. How could I make my life more interesting? Well, that's a hard question. Interesting for me or interesting for other people? Yeah! Well, that's a great question, yeah. I think my life is pretty interesting for me, you know? It's very interesting for me. My life is very interesting for me, myself, but I feel that if I would make it more interesting for other people, I would maybe lose that interest. You know about the social media platform Pinterest? You know, it's in the word interest. Like, what's interest? What's interest? How does it work? Some people could be really interested in outer space. Some people are more interested in flowers. Some people are more interested in trees. Some people are interested in human beings. Some people are interested in cars. They look at something and their mind latches onto it. They look at something and their mind latches onto it. Where does interest lead to? Like, man. It's, for example, with women, you know, you can be interested in somebody, but then again, if you kind of look at their life, there's nothing much interesting in their life. Do you get it? Like, it's this kind of... Yeah. Where does interest lead to? Some people are really interested in food. That's all they talk about. Have you noticed that addiction changes your interests? A lot. You are no longer interested in the stuff you used to be if you get really addicted to something. Yeah. Yeah. Interest is something that keeps you occupied with the thing you are interested in. This mind, and this mind grabs onto it. It's kind of, you're trying to make some, you think a flower, for example. Do you think a flower is trying to make himself or herself or itself interesting for the people that are interested in flowers, or that stars try to make themselves interesting to the people that are interested in stars? Probably not. They don't even have to try. It's all in the mind. Yeah. So it's complete, you know. Like, think about this. Does if somebody is really autistic about something, if someone is really autistic about someone or something, does it really have to be what I mean by this is that if someone is really autistic about someone or something, made or designed that way by someone else, yeah, that's the difference. That's the difference. A musician gives his whole life for people to get interested in the music. But the stars, they don't have to even try. Why is that? Okay, here we end up with something that's human-made versus natural. Are you in general more interested in human-made things or this is kind of deep. Oh, man, that's fucking deep. Are you in general more interested in human-made things or natural things? You know, some people are not interested in books. Some people are not interested in books or language. That's kind of a human-made thing. It is also for the fact that interest is lost over time. Interest is also lost over time. The brain craves newness and variety. Well, no, not maybe variety, but it craves this, you know. You know? This is like human made. This is like artificial. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Interest is also lost over time. The brain craves newness and variety. Some people are not interested in books or language. Why is that? Why is that? When I think about the clicks on my videos, I kind of realize that people's minds are, well, I can say that people's minds are very low quality. And I mean that the people are interested in stupidity on this YouTube platform mostly. That it's not that I should like expand to. I completely forget about maybe doing that kind of content and just try to make people understand their mind more deeply, you know. The brain craves newness and variety. Well, that's, who knows? I don't know. Some people are interested in brains also. What natural things are there? Well, there are the trees, the clouds. You hear that? That's man-made. What? I'm breaking into a new territory over here. I'm gonna explain this really deep. What human-made things are there? Airplanes. Now these autistic kids, I like trains. Well, you know, trains are kind of made for you to like, trains are kind of made to be interesting, but really few people are interested in them that way, you know. Usually people are interested in trains for them to take the place to place, you know. That kind of stuff. So what are human-made things? What human-made things are there? Well, airplanes. But when you think about this, that now we get into a new territory. Did that plane fly over just now because of natural let's do deep for this. Like, why is this on the left side right now? Like, what the fuck is this? Oh yeah, it's the hour. So yeah, what I was meaning is that the final question of this whole hour, and now it kind of fucked, you know, like it's on the left side, you know, of the screen. I don't know why. The final question is that if some man-made thing, for example a car, crashes into another car, was the reason for it to happen a natural or man-made? If a plane flies over just at the right time when I'm saying something and it feels like a synchronistic event, is it natural or man-made? With this subject of synchronicity, do you know about it? If you understand synchronicity, you have to kind of realize that man-made things also follow natural rhythms. That there might not actually be anything man-made. You get it. This is really interesting because it plays into so much design, human design. Like it plays into so many kind of products and that kind of stuff. I have been feeling that I have been really probably maybe too much interested. Well, not maybe. Well, I've been interested in many things, but with them have been, you know, man-made things. But also, you know, there have been things that are not man-made. You could say that nature can fuck up your life, but man-made things can fuck up your life pretty good also. And the other way around also. So it's not inherently bad or inherently good, either one of these. So this book could be named something like Man-Made Synchronicity. Yeah. We started with a city and we ended with the synchronicity. Do you notice? Yeah, I have no idea how the mind works and why does it do that, but we got a book name, Man-Made Synchronicity. It's a great name. Thanks for watching.